Arcadian Vanguard presents the Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Tuesday, November 21st, 2023. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin with last night's Survivor Series Go Home episode of Monday Night Raw, broadcast live on USA Network from the Van Andel Arena in Grand Rapids, Michigan. In the main event, Drew McIntyre defeated Jey Uso to win the advantage for his team in the men's War Game match at Survivor Series. Judgment Day came out to threaten Uso after the match, but Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, and World Champion Seth Rollins made the save. In the closing moments of the show, Rhodes heavily hinted that the fifth member for their War Games team would be revealed as Randy Orton, who has not wrestled a match in a year and a half.
We found the fifth member, somebody that I have a legacy with. You know what I'm talking about, right? Why are you looking at me that way? You're looking at me like I'm prey, like we're prey. Did you not know? With us is the apex predator. Matter of fact, I think all these people know who it is too. Oh, that's right. You're not just hearing voices inside your head, because these people here tonight, they're right.
Natalya and Tegan Nox became number one contenders to the WWE Women's Tag Team title, winning a four-way match against the teams of Katana Chance and Kaden Carter, Ivy Nile and Maxine Dupree, and Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell.
And now Maxine and Ivy trying to head to the top rope.
James.
Maxine crossbody. Tegan rolls through, hooks the leg. Tegan and Natalya win.
The Miz confronted Intercontinental Champion Gunther during a promo segment, during which Gunther initially put Miz down with a big boot before Miz caught him with a skull-crushing finale. In other results, Shinsuke Nakamura pinned Chad Gable, Nia Jax defeated Raquel Rodriguez, Johnny Gargano beat Ludwig Kaiser, and Becky Lynch defeated Xia Li. Damage Control attacked Lynch after the match, but were run off by Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, and Shotzi. In All Elite Wrestling news, contradicting ongoing expectations of a bidding war coming next year, AEW World Champion MJF may have quietly re-signed with AEW, according to an exclusive report from House of Wrestling, which cites sources from within WWE that claim that there have been no talks whatsoever between WWE and MJF. Reports of MJF re-upping with AEW have not been confirmed by AEW itself, but House of Wrestling's WWE sources indicated that the 2024 bidding war concept is a, quote, false narrative, end quote, that was promoted by MJF himself. According to the report, MJF's new deal would see him remain with the company through 2027. In injury news, MJF has sustained a hip injury that may keep him out of action for a while, according to a report from Fightful Select and other sources. The injury occurred during last weekend's Full Gear, during which the AEW World Champion wrestled 2 matches. It was reported that he had to have his hip pop back into place after the show due to his top rope elbow drop to the outside on challenger Jay White. Juice Robinson is expected to be shelved for at least the remainder of the year, according to Fightful Select. Robinson has reportedly sustained an injury that requires surgery, although the nature of the injury and when it occurred has not yet been made known. Robinson's last match to date took place on the November 1st episode of Dynamite. New Japan Pro Wrestling presented the first day of its 33rd annual World Tag League tournament in Tokyo's Korakuen Hall. Advancing in Block A matches were the teams of Ren Narita and Shota Umino, Alex Coughlin and Gabe Kidd, Evil and Yujiro Takahashi, and Mikey Nichols and Shane Haste. In a non-tournament tag team match on the card, Atlantis and Soberano Jr. defeated Doki and Taka Michinoku of Just 5 Guys. In 6-man tag team action, El Phantasmo, Hikuleo, and Jado beat Hiroki Goto, Yo, and Yoshihashi, and Taichi Yuya Uemura and IWGP World Champion Sanada beat Bushi, Yotasuji, and Zandakan Jr. Also on the card, the team of Lance Archer, Alex Zane, Minoru Suzuki, and Yuji Nagata defeated the Bullet Club team of Bad Luck Fale, Gato, Jack Bonza, and Taiji Ishimori. The New Japan World Tag League was started up in 1991 as the Super Grade Tag League, which was a continuation of the old MSG Tag League that ran from 1980 to 1987 and was first won by the team of Antonio Inoki and WWF World Champion Bob Backlund. Other past winners include Andre the Giant and Rene Goulet, Tatsumi Fujinami and Big Van Vader, Masahiro Chono and Shinsuke Nakamura, Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson, and Juice Robinson and David Finlay. And in news from outside the ring, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's $7 Productions company is working on developing a documentary series on the demise of WCW, according to an exclusive Deadline report. $7 is reportedly working on the series with Vice Studios as it did with Johnson's Tales from the Territories and is planning to air the show similarly on Vice TV. A premiere date for the new series has not yet been made known. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.